Here's one of our favorite clips from Neighborly Discourse with Billy and Steve.
This would not have happened.
No, he's not talking about those people.
Right. That's not.
He's talking about your Damascus Road people.
Exactly. That's what he's talking about. Okay.
I know. That's why I posted it.
Okay,
I know what it's about.
Okay.
It's about the Christians who say they're Christians, except they're not.
Right. Okay. So,
Or they are, but they don't really truly follow what the Bible says.
Exactly.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
But listen, I absolutely believe in that. I don't believe in it from the way that he put it.
Yeah.
Somehow the way this is written.
Well, I think he forwards me a lot of stuff like this.
Okay. Somehow in the way it's written, I'm not really flowing with it. But the idea...
Don't be so literal.
But the idea that the church caused where we are right now, absolutely I believe in that.
Yeah.
I believe that if the church wasn't divided and they stood on godly principles, nothing else, just godly principles, Trump would be in office right now. I totally believe that.
Yeah.
So, and if I felt like that's what I read here, I would have commented on that. But what I read here didn't seem to express that as clearly as I just stated it.
Yeah.
So therefore I didn't comment. I thought this was like a joke or something like that. So I just moved on.
No.
Okay. But what do you think about what I just said? That if the church acted like the way the church acted, that Trump would be in office right now?
The liberals want complete chaos, so to speak, in the way people live their lives. If you're conservative, Christians should be conservative. The conservative way is not abortion. It's not, marriage out of wedlock. It's not all this stuff. It's like God first and you go from there.
Right.
If those people were truly Christian, they would vote for a conservative for Trump.
I'm going to give you one example. There was a town, I don't know if it was a town hall. It was kind of like a town hall, right?
Yeah.
The guy, Don Lemon, was the one who hosted it. Did you watch that one?
No, you told me about it.
Okay. And so I may have mentioned it on there before, but they asked him a question. He was fielding questions from the audience, and someone asked him about a child wanting to go trans, like at 8 years old or something like that. Like I think the person who asked the question had an 8-year-old who already wanted to turn trans, right? And how did he feel about it? His response: if anybody was a Christian and they heard his response, and you still voted for Trump, you still voted for Biden, dude. This meme is all about you. Yeah. Because there's no way that you could, in good conscience, you were better off not voting.
Yeah.
You were better off not voting and saying like they're both evil and I have no good options than to vote for him. Because this guy said that a freaking 8-year-old can go ahead and say, you know what, I want to change my sex. I want to have, not just, think about this for a second. Not just that you think that you might want to, that your gender
I want to be a boy.
But I actually want to go. They should be allowed to go through the process, and no one should stop them from mutilating their freaking bodies and taking hormones and all that stuff at freaking 8 years old.
People are stupid, bro.
Dude, I need to calm down because I could get so upset about this. It
Listen,
ticks me off.
You need to be 16 to get a driver's license, but at 8 years old, you can get a gender reassignment. You need 18 to get cigarettes, 21 to drink, to join the military. But at 8 years old, I can become a guy to a girl. And come on,
listen,
bro.
On top of that, we know at 25 years old is when your mind fully develops. At 25.
Yeah.
Well, think about that for a second.
They want the underdeveloped person out there voting for them. If you have a developed mind, you wouldn't vote for a liberal.
But listen to the concept for a second. When you say an 8-year-old can make that decision, can't make any other decisions at all.
That should be child abuse and child neglect. The parents should be put away for that.
Cannot make any other decisions at all, but they can make this decision.
Yeah, I know.
That is ludicrous.
Can't watch a PG-13 movie.
That is mind-blowing.
But I can become a guy. I can become a girl.
Yes, I can change my sex.
Yeah. People think about that. Like,
this is who we voted for.
We're not joking. Like these are real topics. Like we're not. I wish these were silly things we're talking about. Like we did. So 2 things with the Christian stuff being a fake Christian, as I like to call it, or a Christian who's lost their way. Maybe Steve likes to call it that way. We have 2. A third one will be coming out. Damascus Road on all the podcast websites or platforms. Damascus Road is Steve's. There's a cool opening, like the church with Jesus' government on earth or something along those lines.
Correct.
That is for the Christians who say they're Christians but live a different lifestyle. Like if you were a Christian, you should follow the Bible, you should follow Jesus, and your life should be on that way. It should be going that way. That's what these episodes are about. Another one, the Conspiracy Corner. One of the last things I did was the first one I did was the voting ID, voter suppression. When we talked about they don't want you to have an ID to vote, but you need an ID to buy spray paint. You need an ID to see a movie, to get a Costco card. Okay, these are the people who are saying you can you're 8 years old. You can transition from a boy to a girl.
Right.
But you need an ID to do all this other crazy stuff. So to Steve's point before about if you were a true Christian and followed the Christian mindset, you wouldn't have voted for Biden because of what they do, what his policies are. You wouldn't do it.
Their policies do not align with the Christian church.
No, but listen, man, they barely align with humanity. I mean, come on, bro.
But listen, there's a